Okay, let's go over the right answers to that worksheet on speed. Looked like this, where you had a graph at the top and some questions with a box at the bottom. So the first thing, we're supposed to fill out that chart that's there, and we got to look at total distance for Kim, Sasha, and Barry. Right? Now, looking at that graph, right, so if you look at this graph, how far did Kim travel? Well, we go right here. She traveled 10 kilometers. How far did Sasha travel? 10 kilometers. How far did Barry travel? 10 kilometers. So we can put inside that chart that each one of them traveled 10 kilometers. So there's 10 kilometers for Kim, 10 kilometers for Sasha, 10 kilometers for Barry. Then we get to total time. So total time now we got to look at Kim, and we go down here to the bottom. It took her 50, and how long? Not hours, but 50 minutes. Sasha took her 55 minutes, and Barry, it took him 60 minutes. All right. So we're going to end up with Kim, she went 10 kilometers in 50 minutes. And then Sasha went 10 kilometers in 55 minutes. And we got Barry traveled 10 kilometers in 60 minutes. Then we got to calculate their average speed. So we're going to end up using this equation again. All right, where we got speed equals distance divided by time. So if we do speed for, Kim first. So do Kim first. She traveled 10 kilometers. How long did it take her? It took her 50 minutes. So if we divide that, we're going to type into the calculator 10 divided by 50. Her speed is going to be 0.20, and that's kilometers on top per minute. Kind of like the idea we did the other day where it was miles per hour. Now it's kilometers per minute, right? So that's what you should have for her average speed is 0.20 is her kilometers per minute. All right, now we go to the next person, which instead of Kim, now it's going to be Sasha. Well, Sasha, it took her 55 minutes to travel this. Okay, so if you divide that, you're going to get 0.18, and that's kilometers per minute. So she went 0.18 kilometers every minute while she was riding her bike. So that's for Sasha. Then we go to the last guy, which was Barry, and he did it in 60 minutes. So now you got to type in 10 divided by 60, and you'll get 0.1666666. So we're going to round that off to 1.7 kilometers per every minute. All right, so he was going 0.17 kilometers per minute. So that's what you have in that chart. Then we go through the questions at the bottom, and it says, which cyclist kept a constant speed? All right, well, constant speed means that when you're looking at that graph, right, what we should find on that graph is we should find a straight line, right, showing that I'm traveling the same speed, the same distance per unit time the whole time. I'm not going faster, I'm not going slower, right? I'm going the same speed. So who did that? Well, you should have had down Kim, because Kim showed a straight line to her graph. Second question, which cyclist won the race? Well, in order to win the race, you've got to travel the distance in the shortest amount of time. So who did it in the shortest amount of time? Well, it was the first one, Kim. Kim traveled that 10 kilometers in 50 minutes. So she won the race because she did it in the fastest amount of time. Okay. We got number 3, which cyclist placed second in the race? Well, to place second would be the person that did it in the second fastest time. Well, who did it the second fastest time? That's Sasha, because she did it in 55 minutes. And finally it says, which cyclist placed last? Well, that's going to be Barry, because it took him the longest amount of time. It took him 60 minutes to get there. So he got last place because it took him the longest amount of time to get there. Last question, question number 5. Which cyclist started off the fastest? Well, now we go back to this graph here, right? If that's a constant speed, to go faster than that means we have a higher slope. The way I like to describe this is, think of this slope as like a sledding hill. To make it a fast speed, think of a sledding hill that would be really exciting to ride on. So we got this one, and then I'll do it with another color. And let's put one down here. So looking at those 3 lines, you got a red line, a blue line, and a green line. Which one would be the most exciting in order to ride on if it was a sledding hill? Well, probably the red one. That would be really exciting as to how steep it is. Green one, you're probably not even going to move on that hill, right? Because you're going to go really slow on that hill. So we're looking for one that's really, really steep. Well, looking at this graph here, so let's look at the graph together. Which one's got the steepest slope here at the beginning? So you got, there's Barry, there's Kim, and this one right here, that's Sasha. So which one's going to have the fastest start off? Well, that's Barry, because he's got the best sledding hill on his graph. All right. So the answer for the last one would be Barry, because he's got the steepest slope. Right? He's going the fastest at the beginning. But it kind of cost him the race because he overdid himself at the beginning. He probably ran out of steam and couldn't finish the race very well. Which, if you look at that and go, how did Barry do? Yep, he went really, really fast, and all of a sudden, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden he leveled off because, man, he was out. He was tired out from going so fast at the beginning. And then he finally started trying to catch up at the end, but it was too late to try and catch the other two people that were racing that were able to keep more of a, well, especially Kim, a constant speed. Sasha, she started off slow, then she went a little bit slower, but then she speeded up really, really fast at the end to try and catch up and get in front of Barry. So, all right. Well, that concludes that homework worksheet. So, all right, we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.